What's up, guys? I'm Vocal Strike, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution. Last time, we got introduced to Synchro Summoning and got to meet Yusei's rival, Jack Atlas. This time, we're going to the facility. After his capture by Sector Security at Kaiba Dome, Yusei was sent to court for sentencing. Yusei was marked with tracking dye on his left cheek and put on a bus bound for a prison known as the facility. Yusei was placed into a cell with another inmate named Tenzin Yanagi, and the two immediately became friends. Great to be back. You're so much nicer than my last roommate. What's a guy like you doing here? Yeah, in this game, you basically see Yusei right from the start with that mark on his cheek, that yellow mark. That is the tracking dye. He wasn't actually supposed to get it until just now. Otherwise, his face was supposed to be clear, with no mark at all. It's kind of put on like, it's kind of sprayed on like spray paint in a way, but you can never actually take it off, and as long as you have it, the police will always know where you are. They're watching your every move with it. They're tracking you, in other words. You can't hide. So in the anime, whenever you see those yellow marks on anyone's faces, that means that they were marked by the police. But in the manga, Yusei has always had this mark, and those yellow marks don't really mean anything other than just possibly just a fashion choice. Me? It's because I collect cards. Everyone does that, but mine are illegal magic relics from ancient civilizations. That sounds pretty cool. Wish I could see some. Ta-da! I've been stuck here so many times that I've learned how to sneak in my entire deck past the guards. And it's a good thing I did. Why? We're not allowed to duel in this prison. You got a lot to learn, Sonny. Dueling is the only way to stay safe, and you'll learn that lesson soon enough. But as long as we got these cards, we're set. In the facility, it was illegal to carry decks and duel. However, that didn't stop the prisoners from sneaking their decks in and dueling for respect. Yusei and Tenzin were quickly confronted by an ex-dueling champion named Bolt Tanner. Much to the amusement of the other inmates, Yusei borrowed Tenzin's treasure deck in order to accept Tanner's challenge. Say hello to my duel stadium, newbie. Now let me tell you how things work around here. First day in, everyone duels. You do good, you do blah blah. You duel good, you get respect. But don't get no ideas because I'm the best. Prove it, Tanner. Duel you? Against that worthless treasure deck? Oh please, I want a challenge. Tenzin did duel Tanner and lost. Like, was completely and utterly destroyed. And you'll get one. You said we duel here for respect. I think it's time you learn what that really means. Bolt Tanner, in the anime, was once a champion until Jack Atlas dethroned him. In the manga, Bolt Tanner was also defeated by Jack, but he never went to the facility. He still remained a pro duelist. Tanner, in the anime, used power cards, but like, you know, really old ones like Ushioni and Jiraigumo and etc. Whereas Tenzin used what he called his treasure deck, which were supposed to be like ancient relics from ancient civilizations, like and the three monsters were the Crystal Skull, Ashoka Pillar, and Cabrera Stone. Like, they were all supposed to be like Aztecs and all that. The Crystal Skull definitely got an official release as a Chronomaly card, but the others I don't think did. I could be misremembering. types, but in this game we are using Chronomaly cards, which didn't make its first appearance until Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. Okay, Tanner, what are you gonna do? Also, something I did not know until just really recently, is that, the Sacred Beast cards from the GX era actually has 2 fusion monsters, not 1. Armatile, the Chaos Phantasm, like the default one, the original one, was the only one in existence during the GX era. They did create a retrain called Armatile, the Chaos Phantasm Phantom of Fury. It is a dark, level 12 Fiend-type fusion effect monster with 0 attack points and 0 defense points. Requires Uriah, Lord of Searing Flames, Haman, Lord of Striking Thunder, and Raviel, Lord of Phantasms. This card's name becomes Armatile, the Chaos Phantasm. While on the field, once per turn during your main phase, you can give control of this card to your opponent. Once per turn during the end phase, if this card's control is changed this turn, banish all cards you control, then the owner of this card can special summon 1 Armatile, the Chaos Phantasm from their extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. So it's literally just a way to get Armatile back. Or get Armatile out, rather. As fast, or easier rather. Not as fast, but easier. As you can guess, Chronomalies are also kind of themed on, like, you know, ancient, oh, there is the Crystal Skull. Let's see. What is some of these stronger cards that we have here? Okay, yeah, this is the last turn. That's all I can do. I lost. Yeah, I'm not used to chronomalies. Okay, yeah, MSD Infinity is now a chronomaly monster. $2,300 attack points each, that's not bad. Jirai Gumo again. And Lucky Iron Axe. He called it wrong, he loses half his life points. Actually, no. Let's wait to see what he does. Tails was selected. He's drawn again. He loses 2,000 life points. Predominantly Maya machine can be used as 2 tributes for a machine type monster. It's 700 points. It's over, Tanner. You lost. I used to be a pro, but I've never dueled anyone quite like you. You're good. You got a name, newbie? It's Yusei. My time in the spotlight is long gone, but I want to do everything I can to get you to the world of the pros. What do you say? You interested? Very. Since, you know, he still has to deal with Jack. And Ushioni actually does get some importance. The lockdown duel. Soon after his duel with Bolt Tanner, Yusei had an unfortunate run-in with the chief of the facility, Mr. Armstrong. I found smuggled magazines in Tanner's cell. You all know that's against the rules, but I know he couldn't have gotten them alone. His accomplice has 1 hour to step forward. After that, everyone here is gonna pay the price. Don't like it? Then you ought to figure out who helped him out. If I were you, maggots, I'd start by questioning his friends. There's no need for everyone to suffer. Tanner's friend just needs to fess up. If he doesn't, I got no problem putting all of you in permanent lockdown. Get real. You got something you want to say, newbie? There are no magazines, we both know that. No magazines, huh? So I'm just punishing Tanner because I feel like it. I don't know why you're doing this, but I know that Tanner wouldn't do anything wrong. You're abusing your authority, Armstrong. I can't just stand here and let you accuse me of being unfair in front of everyone. To prove that I'm a reasonable man, I'll let you duel me out here where your fellow inmates can watch. And if you win, I'll pardon Tanner's offense. But if I happen to win the duel, then no. But if you happen to win the duel, then no one here. But if I happen to win the duel, then no one here but me gets put in lockdown. You got a deal. What were you thinking? You can't duel him. You don't have a deck. If you were hoping to use mine, the chief took my cards from me earlier. He took mine too, my beloved treasures. Luckily, with the help of the other inmates in the facility, Yusei had a little surprise for Mr. Armstrong. Let's skip ahead to later that night. Well, here he is, the little punk with the big mouth, and I thought you might back down. After all, you're not allowed to have a deck in the facility, and you need a deck to duel. Since you're showing up empty-handed, I win by forfeit. Now get him out of my sight. I have a deck right here. What the? Where'd you find those cards? You don't get it. You think we're a bunch of punks who will gladly turn on each other. That's not how it is. They lent me their cards so that I can take you down. Alright then. Even though you're breaking the rules, I'm willing to uphold my end of the deal. Guards, prepare the duel discs. In this duel, Armstrong has Yusei and himself hooked up with a chain. Every time they take damage, they get shocked. Well, every time Yusei takes damage, he gets shocked. Armstrong doesn't. Or at least he didn't at first. Until Yusei's roommate, which was changed to not be Tenzin, snuck out of the cell, messed with the power, and turned on the shock, the electricity from it. making this a much more fair fight. On top of that, Armstrong is still cheating because he can actually see all of Yusei's cards in his hand through security cameras. Yusei, of course, as you can guess, does win this duel. Armstrong is using the Iron Chain archetype, whereas Yusei isn't really using an archetype. He's using basically a bunch of randomized cards that he got from each inmate. They don't exactly work well together, but eh. Let's see. Poison Chain. During the end phase of your turn, if you did not attack, you can make your opponent send cards equal to the number of fates of Iron Chain monsters you control from the top of their deck to the graveyard. Paralyzing Chain. When a card or cards is sent from your opponent's deck to the graveyard by card effect, inflict 300 damage to your opponent. I might as well use Goblin Thief. Let's see. Needleworm. Not exactly what I expected from Armstrong. Another Poison Chain and a face down card. Gamble. If your monster inflicts battle damage to your opponent, send the top card of their deck to the graveyard. Another face down spell or trap card. No. It's not a quick play spell, so there's no point. Gravekeeper's Servant. Unless your opponent sends one card from the top of his or her deck to the graveyard, he or she cannot declare an attack. Okay. What he doesn't know is that he's kind of shooting himself in the foot. Oh, he's got nothing. He won! He won! Never a doubt. Put him in lockdown. But what about our deal? We don't have any deal. Take him away. I don't think so, Mr. Armstrong. I saw the entire duel, and I'm afraid the only person going away is you. Goodwin, sir. I don't see how the facility can be run effectively if no trust exists between the guards and the inmates. Tenzin and Armstrong are anime exclusive characters, by the way. Pack your things, Armstrong. You're fired. The Take Back. Final duel of the episode, The Take Back. Shortly after defeating Armstrong, Yusei was released from the facility under Rex Goodwin's orders. But before he left, Bolt had one last gift for him. This card is going to help you get your duel runner back. Bolt gave Yusei a monster, Giant Ushioni. I overheard the guards talking about your sweet ride and how it's locked up in the impound center. Take this card to a store named Bootleg, order some milk, and ask for Blister. He'll help you out. Meanwhile, back at Sector Security, are you sure about this? If you let him go, we might never find him again. It's obvious to me that Yusei's Mark of the Dragon won't appear if he's trapped inside the walls of the facility. It's time for a change of scenery. This little clown-looking dude is Lazar. He's basically Goodwin's second in command. However, in the manga, the Lazar family has always been in service to the Goodwin family, and he has blind loyalty to Goodwin. He follows orders from Goodwin in the anime, but he doesn't have that same blind loyalty. He doesn't even go so far as call him Master Goodwin in the anime like he does in the manga. Besides, I never said that we were letting him go. You're going to track him? Oh, you are so sneaky. With Yusei free to roam New Domino City, I have selected an elite task force to keep him under surveillance and watch for any signs of reappearance of his mark. And if his mark shows up again, that proves he is one of the signers that I've been searching for. Anyone who has the Mark of the Dragon is a signer. With the help of Blister, Yusei was able to sneak into the Sector Security Impound Center in order to recover his duel runner. Unfortunately, Trudge was already waiting to spring a trap. I just hope his ID and passcode work. Nice! Reunite at last with my duel runner. I'm starting to think you like me, Yusei. Why else would you constantly go out of your way to make sure we keep meeting up like this? Although I gotta say, this is probably your craziest stunt yet. What on earth were you thinking? I just want my duel runner back, Trudge. Actually, that runner's now the property of Sector Security. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Give yourself up right now, and I'll forget the fact that you broke into the vault, and when I'm filling out the report. Goodwin does not have any orders to Trudge to bring in Yusei. Trudge is acting on his own. He's basically going rogue. No chance. You're not leaving me with any choice. If you won't surrender, I'll have to make you surrender with a duel. So we're dealing with Trudge again. In the manga, there was a tournament called the D1 Grand Prix, and it was taking the best duelists from the world into a turbo duel tournament. Tetsu Trudge is a part of the tournament and is considered the best duelist in Sector Security in the entire force. Yeah. Okay. Let's set Scrap Iron Scarecrow. Also... I don't really have any good attacking cards. So let's set Kobo Hedgehog. I'm gonna let this card get destroyed. But in the manga and in the anime, every single duelist that is a turbo duelist actually does have their own uniquely designed duel runner. So if you remember from the last episode, the dual runner that Jack stole, the picture I showed, in the last episode of the dual runner that Jack stole. Wall monsters. Negate the effects of your opponent's field spells. Your opponent cannot place counters on cards on the field. Your opponent cannot target other monsters you control with card effects. Wait. You cannot target other monsters you control. Okay, so I can still use Turbo's effect. I'm gonna be taking a lot of damage from this, but... One, two, three... The dual runner that Jack stole in the anime actually does become the dual runner that he has now. It's not exactly explained if he gets like replaced or it's not exactly explained if it was like just changed and modified or or if it's replaced. Like scrapped and then replaced with his current duel runner. But yeah, each turbo duelist actually does have their own duel runner, which does make them stand out. And as you can guess, this is a turbo duel. Another thing is that in the anime, the dual discs that actually are on the dual runner can actually come off of the dual runner and be used as a standard dual disc. Yusei's dual disc actually is a bit more of like a one-piece version, like a slightly changed, altered version of the Battle City era dual disc. So as a result, every single duelist also has their own unique dual disc, which makes them stand out even more, I think. Which is a nice little touch, a nice little touch of detail. Nah. Also, Yusei does not have his Stardust Dragon back just yet. Might as well. Alright, I can't destroy it this turn. The reason why Yusei did not get his Stardust Dragon back is because he wasn't able to get it back after his duel with Jap because Trudge and Sector Security came around. Ugh, another one. He really does not want to take 100 points of damage. Not like it matters. Yusei was able to successfully escape Trudge and the other Sector security forces, but not without a cost. During the escape, Yusei crashed his dual runner in an alley, leaving him unconscious. Luckily, he was rescued from arrest by the twins Leo and Luna. And I will be talking about Leo and Luna in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye.